The Imo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to transforming the state into a climate-resilient and inclusive society as it unveiled a key policy document aimed at tackling climate change and turning environmental challenges into development opportunities. Governor Hope Uzodinma made the declaration during the public launch of a knowledge paper titled Advancing Inclusive Climate Governance in Imo State, Nigeria, Transforming Challenges into Opportunities. The event, held in Owerri, was organized by a non-governmental organization, Spaces for Change, in partnership with the Imo State Ministry of Environment and Sanitation. Stanley Okehi was there and filed in this report.
Speaking through the Commissioner for Power and Electrification, Chief Nwabweze Oguchenti, Governor Uzodinma said the state had finalized the climate change adaptation and mitigation strategy. The strategy, he noted, centers on building institutional capacity, expanding access to climate finance, encouraging green entrepreneurship, and raising awareness about climate risks and solutions. He emphasized that the publication was not just a document, but a call to action, highlighting the state's efforts in establishing multi-stakeholder fora on climate resilience, integrating gender and youth into environmental programs, and working with development partners on community-based adaptation projects.
I'd like to start by commending Spaces for Change. They are very strong and consistent advocacy around the climate change and making very great impact, not just in Imo State, but I think around this country. So I'd like to commend them.
The Executive Director of Spaces for Change, Mrs. Victoria Ibezim Onheri, explained that the knowledge paper represents a critical step in developing a comprehensive climate policy for Imo State. She pointed out that Imo could leverage its natural gas resources to improve electricity access and address public health concerns worsened by climate change.
The climate policy, there's actually a draft in place, and the final review meeting will happen tomorrow. So after the final review meeting, you saw the parliament were represented, Imo State House of Assembly. That will be the next step. After the final review meeting, the next step will be to present the draft to the necessary government agencies for adoption and necessary endorsement.
Commissioner for Environment and Sanitation, Chief Ejikeme Emenike, described the launch as a landmark moment, noting that every stakeholder, from government to traditional institutions, has a role in advancing a greener and more equitable Imo State.
The state is fully in support of this kind of a big movement, and we're using it to spread the news about it. Most people don't know what climate change is all about. With this arrangement we have made, with this collaboration, people know about climate change and how to go about it and what it means actually.
Also speaking at the ceremony were the member representing Mbitoli constituency and chairman House Committee on Environment, Mr. Innocent Bamezie, the traditional ruler of Umo Oronjo Autonomous Community, Eze Clinton Obebulam, Commissioner for Niger Delta Affairs and Intelligence, Prince Henry Okafo, and civil society advocate Juliet Okiye. They lauded the initiative, describing the policy document as a comprehensive and forward-thinking blueprint for climate governance.
I sincerely thank the organizers of this program, and I say you have done well. The committee, you are doing well. Everybody that is involved in this program, on behalf of the Speaker of the House of Assembly and the office of the Chairman Committee of Environment of the House of Assembly, I say thank you, all of you, and may God bless us all.
As long as you have open channels, we cannot mitigate malaria. The treatments we get from the hospitals and doctors, that's an advantage. But the engineering solutions, why is it that in the West we don't have malaria? Why? It's because they have applied the engineering solutions to malaria, cholera, and typhoid.
But for us in the 3R government, we're doing our bits. The last time I checked, the government has come up policies, including saying that all the streets are proper drainages. There are two kind of drainages that this government is very solid drainages. Any road that we are putting drainages, to mitigate both erosion and the spread of diseases like mosquitoes and cholera and all those gangs that are waterborne. And in the organization of Hadioma and Libuta, we're also putting policies in place to educate people to be able to vacate the bank of Uguta Lake and Morashi River to avoid the floods, to wash away their buildings and wash away their farms and other things. So
The policy document has really spoken to what the challenges are coming from, where we took up the journey from as people living in Imo State, and over time, what has happened currently, what are the emerging challenges, and what can everybody, the government, community persons, legislators, and all critical stakeholders do to make sure that solutions are provided for the issues of climate change.
The event marks a significant milestone in Imo's journey towards climate resilience, offering a platform for policy dialogue, collaboration, and the mobilization of resources to confront one of the most pressing challenges of the 21st century. Stanley Okehe for News Planet TV.